Hello, it's me again. As promised, I am reading part 2 of The Golden Future by Diana Cooper. Oh, what's happening here? Okay, so I'm on chapter 26, and this is a long chapter with some work to be done. So I sectioned it into 2 chapters. So this is chapter 2 of chapter 20, or this is part 2 of chapter 26. Blah, blah, blah. And it's a matcha morning too. I mean, the morning's almost over now. So I came inside because it's starting to get hot outside, even with the ceiling fans on out on the porch. There's still a nice breeze, but it's just getting hot. So if it's getting hot in the shade with ceiling fans, I can't imagine what it's like out there. So instead of getting busy with this video, I should have walked the dog this morning. Yesterday I was able to walk her at noon and it wasn't hot. So poo-poo. She'll definitely get she walked out in the yard though and pooped. So that's good. And then this afternoon she'll get a nice walk. Just as the sun is setting and it's nice and cool. All right, let's get on with this. All right, so here we go. You may find a hurt inner child in some or all. Okay, let's back up, because if you was watching part 1, which I hope you were, this is going to be redundant, but this needs to kind of fit together. As more people anchor their 12th dimensional chakras, it becomes evident when this one is out of balance. The tests of the first 5 chambers, it are for those who are focused on self. As you read through them, you may find thoughts or images surfacing. Don't judge them, just let them emerge, for this is part of the healing process. You may find a hurt inner child in some or all of these rooms or chambers, right? A hurt child can become manipulative. A hurt child can become manipulative, needy, greedy. Well, does that not make sense with frumpy? Hurt child, abused child. He is manipulative, he's needy, and he's greedy. Okay, that really makes sense. Okay, so a hurt child can become manipulative, needy, greedy, or frightened. They may feel unfulfilled or scared of emotional attachment, and a hurt child can be cruel. Pedophiles and stalkers are stuck in this place. Unlovable as a hurt child seems, they need love. So notice the word unlovable. As a hurt child seems, not is, seems. They need love too. They need love, attention, and understanding. So whatever arises for you, take a moment to listen to and hug your inner child. Okay, so if your inner child emerges, be open, be honest with yourself, and do the work. Okay? Don't judge. Just let it flow as it does. Okay? Here we go. Chamber 1 or room 1, whichever. The first chamber is about using sexuality for control. Oh, that would be like a pedophile or a rapist. If you have ever said no to lovemaking because you were angry or hurt, or as a way to get money or a favor from your partner, you may find a hurt child in this room. So, if you have ever used sexuality as a way to control, so people even use, right, narcissists use sex as a way to control somebody. They make love to them, they ravage them, and then they just kind of dump them and leave them in an empty, alone place. Okay, that's, you are here. You are here. If you have sex with people without loving them, you're here. Or at least caring genuinely for them, right? If you say no to making love, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I don't agree with this. If you say no to lovemaking because you're angry or hurt, nope, she's wrong about this part. You have the right to say no if you're angry or hurt. Because obviously you're not in the mood if your partner just hurt your feelings or did something hurtful to you, or if you're angry at them for whatever reasons, you have a right to say no. Because your body doesn't want to, unless you enjoy angry sex. But it has to be consensual within your spirit as well as the physical. So this is not no, she's wrong. She's absolutely wrong here. So we're just going to not say that. If you have said no to sex because you want to get paid for it, or if you want a favor, that's manipulation from your partner, your hurt child might be in this room. Okay? Chamber 2. Impotence literally means powerlessness. If you feel powerless in any area of your relationship, this may result in impotence. Okay, eating meat can also cause impotency. Drinking alcohol can also cause impotency. Smoking pot all fucking day, that can cause your thing to just go, okay? Your penis, not your thing. So, we gotta really discern what's happening here. Are you feeling powerless in any part of your relationship with your partner? Whether you are a man or a woman. And there is a stuck youngster in here who needs you to empower them. So we just talked about relationships in part 1. If your relationship, whether it's male, female, friend, lover, partner, whatever, any relationship, even mom or dad, brother or sister, if that relationship isn't empowering you and making you feel like, or allowing you to feel like you're not enough, that is not a healthy relationship, and that is a relationship you should either find a way to get it fixed if they're willing, or bring distance to that relationship, because you are number one. Raising your vibration is a number one concern and necessary thing. Love yourself so you are able to heal, have healthy relationships, and have joy, peace, and contentment in your life. Okay? So you need to also empower yourself, okay? And by empowering yourself, you're going to do all these things. You're going to make sure that you're getting what you need from your partner emotionally and physically, right? Not demand, just need. I need this. This is what I need in a relationship. Chamber 3. If you feel emotionally needy or feel you cannot get the love and attention you need, there is an infant in here still looking for nurturing. And I have spent the majority of my life being needy for love, needy for nurturing. Thank all of the beings of the highest light and love, my spirit guides, my guardian angel, the archangels, Christ, any other higher beings, for helping me get to a place where I learned to love myself. I spent years not liking myself, hating myself. There was a time, I don't remember what time period in my life it was, if it was teenager or young adult, but I remember I hated being a female. I hated being a female. I wanted desperately to be a man. For so many reasons. They don't have periods. They can stand up when they pee. They have all the power. They make all the money. Right? They didn't have periods. I hated my periods. All my life, I bled to death with my periods. And at age 17, 16, 18, 19, I would bleed all the time so much that I constantly had to be embarrassed, because when I sat down, when I stood up, there was blood on the chair. There was blood on the back of my pants. There was blood on the back of my skirt. constant embarrassment, the odor. I lived with that till I was 40 years old. And I had a hysterectomy. A desperately needed hysterectomy. So yeah, now I'm happy to be a woman. I don't have periods anymore. I have nice boobies. I just, I like to be attractive. I like to wear dresses. I like being a woman. I like having a JJ that doesn't bleed to death. Right? So, and I smell good all the time now. But, okay, so yeah, but anyway, self-love. So love that infant baby. When I heal and work with my inner child, I work with the little girl that's like 3 and 4 years old. I've never worked with myself as an infant. It never occurred to me till just now that I need to do that, because I know I wasn't held a lot as a baby. And I know in Arizona how my mom was with this summer heat, and I was born in February. So by March, April, May, June, July, August in Arizona, especially May, June, July, August, when I was a baby, she didn't make enough milk and she had to bottle feed me. And she would be hot and tired, and my brother was already born. So she had 2 babies to deal with. He's 11 months older than me. So she was always weak in the heat. She would pass out in the heat. She'd get faint. She'd faint. And my mom and dad were both selfish people. But as a narcissist, my dad was a narcissist. My mom was a codependent, probably was bipolar. My mom, in many, many ways, was way more selfish than my dad. In many ways. And it wasn't until they were dead and I was going through my healing process that I realized that. I used to just love my mom and always want to rescue her. But the truth was, she didn't love herself and she didn't really love her children. Other than my baby sister. She fucking adored my baby sister up until my sister became a teenager. And then she was like, what happened? So, okay, so this just made me realize I need to, when I'm doing my inner work, to heal the baby in me also, not just the little girl, the little 3 and 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 8-year-old. Okay. The baby. And I was a cute baby. Oh my God, I was cute. I was probably the prettiest baby my mom had. Okay. Chamber 4. This chamber is about self-love, where they're all about self-love, where you are more interested in getting your love needs met than opening your heart to your partner. That would be me. That would be me most of my life. I didn't open up to men. I just wanted sex. Give me sex and I'm good. I'm independent. I'll take care of myself. Just give me sex. Until I met Charles and we lived together for 4 years. And as hard as he tried to do things for me, I didn't need him other than sex. And it drove him crazy because he wanted in and I wouldn't let him in. Was it my fault he became abusive to me and started cheating on me? No, it wasn't my fault. He was a cheater. But I see my part that I played in that. Okay. So, where you are more interested in getting your love needs met than opening your heart to your partner. The lesson here is to overcome selfishness and self-centeredness. I didn't realize that was selfish or self-centered. I thought of that as just being too afraid to open up to protect myself. Something to think about. I don't know. She's not always 100% right, so you gotta just work with yourself. These are steps to take, but if this